So I'm just going to mix some of the alfresco colours that we have and show you what happens when you mix colour combos, and also when you mix that colour combo with white. So we're starting with the absolutely gorgeous exotic pink, which is called Raspberry Punch, and we're going to mix that with the very beautiful pure yellow Daffs. And I'm not going to be scientific about this, I'm actually just going to use my fingers to put the colour on just to show you. So taking a dollop of the Raspberry Punch, putting it in the middle of our love heart so you can have an idea of how beautiful the pink is. There we go, that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to wipe the finger off, and I'm going to use the same now with the Daffs. So that beautiful sunshiny yellow. And these are lovely colours just in their own right if you're thinking of painting some outside furniture, wood, metal, whatever, or if you're wanting to do something indoors on furniture, or even painting your kitchen, etc. Look at that beautiful pure yellow. So I'm just going to now mix the two together. So if we now go to add a dollop of the yellow, nice big dollop, just wipe my finger off again, and then we'll add a nice big dollop of the pink, and we can see then what happens when you mix these two colours together. And we should get a really rather nice orange. And of course you can make it more pink or more yellow, but you can see how that transforms into a really lovely, warm, almost a coral colour. And you know, if you add a bit more yellow, it goes a little bit paler, and if you want to make it a slightly hotter orange, then you can add a bit more pink. But you get the idea. Now I'm just using my finger to show you what happens when you mix these together to give you an idea. But if you were going to mix something for making furniture, then obviously you would need to keep a bit more of an accurate measure of how you made your colour. So I would probably use a measuring jug, but you can also buy very large plastic syringes so that you can suck up the right amount of paint and you can force it through to get your exact colour. But to initialise it, you can just have a play to see how the colours go. So let's add a little bit more pink to that and see what happens. Keep dropping it in the same place there, don't I? And you can make much more of a sort of a pinky orange. I do love playing with colours. It's always good fun. There we go. That's a really lovely pinky orange. And just to see what it looks like, I'm going to add a little bit more of the yellow, and then I'm going to see what happens when we add white to that. So I've just done this on some watercolour paper, just so that you get a nice pure clean background. Now we're getting much more into that orangey, peachy sort of colourway. Really nice. So they've got a really nice orange colour. I'm going to do the same on this little bit here. Let's write that on my fingers. And then we'll add some white and see what happens. So back in with the Daffs. Nice big splurge of that. And then we'll just go back in then with the Raspberry Punch. Mix up our orange again. It's all mixing in quite nicely. And then I'm going to add some white and show you what happens when you add white. So that's slightly paler than that mixture there because I haven't added quite so much Raspberry Punch. But if we add some Alfresco Dazzle Me, which is the pure bright white, and see what happens then. We should get a really pretty pale peach colour. That's nice. That's very summery. So of course the alfresco colours are just marvellous for painting anything outside, and I would say now is the perfect time to do it, but having had such a wet month, let's see what happens when we add some more. It's not been great for painting outdoors. However, live in hope that we'll have some summer. So you can see what happens when you add the white and you get that very, very pretty pale peach colour.